Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to Monday. I hope that you're doing well. I'm trying something new today. I'm using my MacBook Air. I don't even have this freaking microphone on, if it's there, whatever. But I'm using my MacBook Air M4, and I'm just using the internal microphone because I tried to use my DJI and it got all crazy and confusing. So I'm just going to run this setup and see how it works. Let me know in the comments if this is good for you guys, if you're cool with this, because I'm trying to be on the go and really just use my laptop and then just find a little private time where I can just carve out. So I just took the laptop, went outside, ran away from the toddly real quick, and that's it. So today, this morning, my boy CAFX, check him out, Connor, he went and dropped a new video about his strategy, and it really resonates with me. It really clicks with what I've been focused on and how I'm trying to trade for the most part. So I'm going to be locking back in with him. And this morning, you can see on MNQ, we were looking at this rejection candle right here, and then we got a big engulf, and then I hopped in just a tiny bit late, but I just went for a 1-to-1. So we were risking about $75 in my head. We went ahead and closed out. We're gonna hit around 75. We came back down and drawdown. I probably would have gotten stopped out, to be honest, and then we went and launched back up. So this is on my Redline account. I am trying to get used to them. I was doing this on my phone, full transparency. I am going to try to work on getting this set up, but dude, it's really hard for me because my kid doesn't wake up in time, so I don't always have that luxury and that availability. I went ahead and went over to MES on Top Step, and I went ahead and took a trade because I am still in this account. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with him, but basically we had this nice break, this momentum, and I got into the trade around here this morning after we came back down here, and I saw we were kind of engulfing right here. So I kind of look at this candle as an opportunity because this is a big engulfing. But I did come into some drawdown, and I had to sit here and wait for a while, and we're actually going to be going out of town for my daughter's birthday, and it's the first time that we've gotten away and done anything in quite some time. So my idea was we're going to go ahead and risk 75. I was willing to extend that. Had we come down here and started dancing and we were looking to fill this gap, full transparency, I was going to move my stop loss down under here to risk 140, and then I was going to target the full TP today. That's what I was looking at. We would come up here and we would have targeted from here to here, and I probably would have just left it alone and we would have just saw what happens, because we are in the middle of the month and I will not let this account recycle. So you can see we're getting some nice movement. I trailed up right here, and then I got pretty much stopped out, and then it's kind of dancing a little bit, flagging. I fully think we're going up and pretty much in all the markets, but we're dancing at all-time highs. So my idea was we're probably going to go up to all-time highs and continue on quite a bit. We just had these Iran news. Trump's talking about making a deal and things leveling out. So we'll see if that officially gets signed and the documents and everything goes through. You know, the IRGC is kind of a wild card there. So we'll see how Iran comes to the table and if they actually make that deal. If they do make that deal, I could see the markets making a nice recovery and bounce. But let's go ahead and break down what I did see, because this is what I was looking for. Look for a pullback and bullish continuation. This was the pullback I got this morning. It wasn't much. It wasn't much. But look at this rip. We'll go to the 15-minute. And this is what kind of made me nervous this morning. And I'm kind of looking at this channel. Look at how we opened. Boom! And I don't know if I'm going to be drawing my levels like this too much longer, because I'm really just kind of focused on the day and looking at what I'm focused on. And there's going to be some analyzing and some changes evolving. This is a journal, so you know, this is just me sharing my experience, and I'm evolving constantly. You guys can see I'm changing gear, I'm testing gear, I'm changing prop firms and testing. I'm looking at other strategies that align with mine, which at the end of the day, in my opinion, we're all looking for a way to execute and a way to validate that execution thought process. So that's kind of what's going on here. Connor's my boy. I really love that dude. I really love watching his content. And when I saw that video this morning, I literally paused, kind of sat up out of bed and was like, bro, this I can get down with, because it's more focused on let's look for a break, let's look for a retest, look for some rejection wicks, let's look for engulfing candles and some things like that, and then let's take our shot. And we're either in it or we're wrong. We have our invalidation points, and then we run it. So I'm really going to be locking in with him and kind of rotating back to that, and I'm going to be looking at taking a little bit more risk, and I'm slowly creating a fund for my trading so that I can have a little bit of capital, because I'm trying to make some money. I'm trying to make some moves. I'm trying to understand my discipline process a little bit more, and I think I'm starting to get there. It's not perfect. It's not completely dialed in, but it is evolving. This move, how we opened up though, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it made me nervous. But whenever you come in here and you start looking down at the 5 minute, we're kind of getting this nice structure. I mean, honestly, I think this is pretty decent. I'm still going to keep my indicators here because I think that they're valuable and they hold true to how we're trading and what we're trading, even with Connor. So I'm not going to completely get rid of those things. VWAP is something that I'm basically only going to use for, like, are we looking for buys, are we looking for sells, or are we dancing on that line? And that's what this red line is right here. And then my trend lines and stuff like that. And then I'm just really trying to hop on the night before and see what we're looking for. That way when I wake up, I don't have to really think about it so much or go hunting. I can just refresh. So I will be trading MES, but I'm also looking at MNQ. I'm not 100% which one I want to do. MNQ has nice movement, has nice price action, and it's a little bit more volatile. But with seeing Connor's new video and what I've been going through and trying to resonate with myself and with him as a trader, I'm in his premium Discord. Much love, for that. I'm not going to go too much into details, but I appreciate you, bro, if you're watching this, and you the homie, and I really enjoy what we're doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on this path. This morning, and one of the things he mentioned, to back up, that he's paying attention to, like, after the first 15 to 30 minutes trading. That's huge to me. I don't like trading market open because I think it's a little bit rowdy. But as you can see, even my strategy, the change of character, right? So we go open, we have a change of character here, which we have, quite a bit of activity. We're consolidating here, and then boom, open, we break out, we hit this. Some people would have been on this break. That's great. But I think that coming down and showing our hand a little bit here, and tapping into this fair value gap, like, look at these rejection wicks, you know what I mean? So this wouldn't have been the best, but if you were, depending on what you were targeting and what your contract size was, you might have done all right here. This is on the 5 minute too, so it really depends on what your risk to reward settings are and what your tolerance is, in my opinion. But you could have came down here and seen this little dance and been like, we're going to take a move, we're going to target this liquidity, and then we'll trail up when we get up here. But if you look at the 1 minute, we have some decent from this morning, even overnight. It's like, yeah, we got some consolidation and stuff, but we're not breaking to the downside. So with those news, it seems like rally is in effect. And then you can see the volatility picking up. We're coming down. Here's those retests that look different on the 5 minute, something to pay attention to because it looked like we were tapping in. So obviously this fair value gap still has a little bit more coverage here. And when we go back here and look, this is that fair value gap zone that we're looking at. So multi-time confluences is very beneficial. The 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, I think, is really all you need to be executing for the day. And then you can use the 1 hour and the 4 hour to kind of get your overall structure. Because, when you go to the 1 hour is probably my favorite, to be honest. But you can just kind of see, like, what's going on. And I got rid of these channels that we were in because we're very clearly, bullish right now and working to the upside. And these channels can honestly go. They're not really holding any value right now. Currently, I just kind of created them to really just try to figure out what kind of channel we were in, because this kind of made me sketch. But I'm thinking that when the market does this right here, that we're potentially, like, going to accept these terms right now, and we're so close to all-time highs. I really could have held on to this, in my opinion, but like I said, we're gonna head out of town and stuff, and I don't really want to be locked in emotionally right now. I am gonna try to trade the best that I can, or at least analyze the charts and continue my journaling process while we are traveling. But see, we're kind of getting some, like, this right here is like liquidity swiping. Maybe it's going to go up. I think we're getting close to all-time highs here. If not, let's go ahead and let's back out and let's take a look real quick and see. It might be easier. Like, this is on my MacBook. I'm trying to be more versatile because we are going to be doing traveling. Traveling's ahead. So yeah, look, we're coming up at all-time highs in this area, in the zone right here. So we've already, if we close right here, we're at all-time highs. It can either come back down and retest back into this zone, in my opinion, and we can kind of do like a little bit of a and come back here, or we can continue back up here. So not 100% sure, but those are my thoughts for the day. This is how we opened up. We're up $150 spread between two accounts, which is something that I'm going to be trying to focus on. I might trade MES on Top Step, or at least have them split up. That way, I don't know, I want to stay in alignment. I was looking for bullish movement today, so I'm not 100% sure, but I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate your time and walking this journey with me. If you are, I'm going to be dropping all kinds of content, vlogs, tech review, trading stuff. Like, I'm not in a box. Don't put me in a box. Don't expect me to be in a box. I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm being pretty vulnerable in a couple of my sobriety playlist that I just created. That's going to be a once a month upload, and I'm just going to basically express what's going on in my life, how I'm doing, and what's going, good, what's going not necessarily so good, and then just kind of focus on trying to bring value the best that I can. So that's what we did today, man. We'll take one more look so we can see. Like I said, we're going to, once we get to the last week on this account, and total P&L, I don't know about that. We get to this last week on this account, and I'm going to be making a little bit more excessive moves to the upside, because I'm not trying to, here's the trade. I'm not trying to go into the next month at a deficit. So we will probably change our contract size and go up and take a shot. I still have a funded account here with Top Step, so it's making it really hard for me to just leave and just completely leave. And so that's kind of what that is. I'm a lot, lots of and then Redline. I'm really liking this, really digging their function, and now that I've seen that they have a mobile partner that they work with. I really like that, and I'm gonna try to probably reset this other account that I blew. I went to reset it because they offered to do it for like 51 or 52 bucks, but it didn't go through, and it said like my 72 hours had already went up, but they had sent me the email late. So I messaged their customer service, and I was like, yo, I didn't get this email till today. I went to try to do it, and it told me that I could no longer do it, buy another account. So I emailed their customer support, and I'm going to see what they say back, see if they honor that. Not a huge deal if they do, but at the same time, the laggy system, it's going to help me determine where I'm going to put my energy. And we might bring in, I think I'm going to bring Lucid into the mix here soon as well, and use Tradeovate, and we're just going to kind of explore, experiment, and we're going to be looking to make some money here. So much love. I appreciate you guys. I hope you're doing well. Let me know in the comments if you were profitable on this day. If you remember, the news days are kind of impactful and heavy, so it's easier to remember stuff like this. So I would love to hear what you got going on. And yeah, man, if you're looking at this at MEQ right now, man, you could be filling, and we could be coming back down, or we could be going right back up. Let me know what y'all think. All right, much love.